Alright, here we have the Pokemon Re-Ment Gemstone Collection, but this is specifically Absol. I've already put it together, no unboxing here. But essentially, I'll just show it real quick. Absol basically is separate from the gem, and which is separate from the base. So Absol just kind of has like there's a little peg under this foot, and you just kind of squeeze it in onto the gem, and then you just lift the gem onto the other base, the golden brass whatever base. Really nice figurine. Honestly, pretty cheap too. Now, the Pokemon Gemstone Collection is a randomized box set, so you can actually get either a Mischievous, Absol, a Celebi, or a Pikachu and Pichu, Flareon, or Melodic. The site that I had purchased from, which was Pokevault, they're a really good site. I actually recommend Pokevault. Shipping prices are a little expensive at the moment, considering the virus. However, if that's not an issue for you, if you don't mind spending a little bit, 26 something more bucks or so, you can still get from that site, and I definitely recommend them. I bought from them multiple times. They're very reputable. Anyways, the Pokemon Gemstone Collection is a randomized box set, like I said. So, technically you could get either one of these 6, but the site that I mentioned will pre-open them to make sure that they know what is inside the box, and they're telling you the one that you actually desire, which was Absol. If you guys have been following me in any format, you know Absol is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, or probably is my favorite Pokemon of all time, so I very much like this figurine here. The box itself is actually pretty nice. If you know anything about the Pokemon figurine world, the Re-Ment has made many collections like these. This is just a Gemstone collection, but they've done many collections before. They've had like a spooky one before. They've had like, I think they had like a fairy-esque one before. Regardless, there's just been multiple sets of figurines that Re-Ment has done, and they're all randomized box sets unless you buy, you know, the specific one you want. But as for the figurine itself, still pretty dang nice. My only real issue with it is that the tail is very flabby. You can kind of see here that it's very bendable, it's very malleable. Doesn't really have any weight to it, which I guess is fine. It's not a big deal. It's just gonna sit there anyways. But, you know, the easy malleableness could be an issue if you like to touch your stuff a lot. And, you know, kind of like to play with them a little bit. So it might not be great for somebody with like a small child, because they'll end up like making the tail wag, and then eventually, you know, the base will give way, and then you have an Absol with no tail. Same with the horn. The horn is also pretty malleable here. But, you know, other than that, it's pretty great. Oh, I see a scratch here. That's actually not that great, but it's not a big deal. My only other issue with this is that Absol doesn't have any discernible mouth feature. There's not even like a black line or anything. It's just kind of like, just nothing there. Oh wait, no, there's kind of like a, wow, I didn't even actually notice that until just now with the camera. It's very faint, but you can kind of see a little bit of a line there dictating its mouth, but it's very faint. They could have done better there. And actually, the eye is a little dirty here too. But even considering mine has like some personal paint defects and such like that, I'd still say definitely a high quality figure. Especially if you get it at the cheap price that I got this at, which I think was like $14 or $19, not including shipping. So I don't think it's that bad. I mean, obviously the price is gonna be a little bit more because they are pre-opened to know that the one you're getting is the one you're getting, because it is a randomized box. So rather than getting like Celebi, I got the one that I wanted. But yeah, Absol doesn't have too many figurines, I say, as I have 4. 2 of which are unofficial, however, but this is an official product. Yeah, it is a really nice figurine, all things considered. Just the theme behind it with the, I guess it's like onyx? Is that what this gem is? Onyx? I don't know. Onyx, obsidian, something. It's some kind of black gem. I don't fully know. It might even say in Japanese here, but I cannot read that. No, it just says Absol on it. So yeah, I don't actually know which gem this really is, but either way, I mean, it's fitting. You know, it's a black gem for a dark type Pokemon. The base Let's get the base a little bit here. The base is pretty well detailed, all things considered. Just the retextured detail all across the whole thing, but it does look really nice. So despite, you know, mine with some personal defects with like the eye paint here and the scratch up on the side of the hair there, yeah, putting my personal defects aside here, if you don't mind the malleableness of it, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Again, if you can get it at the cheap price that I got it at, I'd say go for it. If you find that's too much for something that is having visible defects on mine, I say don't fully take that into account, but at least keep it in mind, I can't say. Oh, and it comes with gum. I actually forgot to mention that in the May video too. They come with a piece of gum, which I haven't tried. Oops. But yeah, so that's the Absol figure review. Probably a little bit longer, and I probably could have consolidated this better, but I don't pre-script these. I just kind of wing it. I feel it's a little bit more natural. But yeah, there's Absol. Just another Absol figurine to add to my collection of Absol figurines. Look at him looking down at me. He's mocking me. You see him? You couldn't mock me like that, could you? I gave you a home. I gave you a home, and this is how you treat me? So rude. But alright, I'm gonna end this video. It's going longer than it needs to be. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by.